Alright, I want to put my last magazine at the range out, and I wanted to show off one of my favorite guns, and this is Definitive Firearms East German build that I bought from Copper Customs, and just what a nice gun. I mean, I put a muzzle brake on it, and I left the fore end the same, and everything's original except for the rear end. I believe it was a Definitive Firearms 4 stock adapter, and this is a minimalist stock, and I just really like this setup. I learned about this from Robski on AK Operators Union, and it's just a really cool way for everyone to shoot the same gun and have a nice stock and adjustable, and I really like how it's set up if you want to bring it real close and it still fires, and you can see the sights no problem, and then the way I shoot it is all the way back, and I'm pretty big, 6'3", whatnot. So this is an East German build, and you can see the dust cover looks a little different, and I'm not going to get into all the differences between this and a regular AK, but it's just a really, really cool build, and it just runs really, really nice. It's got the scope rail on it, and I'm thinking about putting a 1x8 on this, and I think that's a good idea because my Krebs doesn't have a side rail, so it has a red dot. So this would be able to be maybe a little bit of a longer out shooter with that type of scope on it. So if you didn't know, I'm Stomp, and this is one of the ways I stomp strong, and it's one of my hobbies, and I like to shoot AK47s and hang out at a Lone Star handgun, and this is my home range in San Antonio, Texas, and I'm new to here, and these guys make me feel real good. And on this range, you can shoot out to 100 yards on the left, 200 on the right, and 300 in the middle. And these are all steel targets, and so when you do well, you know it right away, and that's good for an old guy like me who can't really see too well, and I really like it. So here we go. I got just one magazine. Chase, I hope I do you well in this. I'm gonna ring it out on the 100 and see how I do, and then go to 2 and maybe 3. With open sights, you know, it's a little difficult if you're not good, and I am definitely not good. So here we go. Also, I like to put a Magpul grip on all my guns. There you go. That was interesting. Okay. What the hell is that? So here we go. I just had a bump fire on the first shot because I got the magazine on the table. That was a little surprising. Got that on tape. There you go. I think I hit the. If I remember right, I hit the target. Missed there. I'm gonna bring it down. There it is. Let me get that off the table. I'm getting a bump fire. Well, that was an interesting magazine. As you saw when I believe what happened, you know, I just did it. I didn't review this or anything, but what I believe happened is I had the magazine on the table, like so, and when I pulled the trigger, it comes back and catches a little bit and bump fires it. So I think I did that like 3 times. I'm gonna go back and watch this again. It's pretty interesting, but the gun ran awesome, and I don't know what kind of trigger they put on this. Let's see if I can see here. It's a Tapco trigger. So it's definitely filed down and shaved down and, you know, like sanded the way they do it. They know what they're doing, and it doesn't feel like a Tapco normal. It feels real. You get to the bottom of it, and there's no real wall. I don't think there's gonna be on that one. So it kind of comes up on you. It's a little bit of a surprise, but it's nice and light and feels really good. And Chase makes a badass gun, and man, it was nice to get this. Thank you, Copper Customs, and thank you, Definitive Firearms, for making really just a stellar AK-47. Awesome. Stomp strong, guys. Talk to you later.